What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Fins Talk, guys. I'm gonna give you all a little bit to join the room. How's everybody doing out there, man? I hope everybody having a good day today. Shout out to you, Rejected Elmo. What's up, man? Fins Daily with Matthew. Matthew in the house, y'all. Shout out to you, Matthew. Hope everything going good for you, homie. Anthony Mazzano in the house. What's up? What's up, R. Keith Music? See here. I'm good, Rejected. Skrilla, what's up, man? What up, Pete? What's good with you, man? Weird Korean kid. Yo, what's up with you, weird Korean kid? Slim Paid in the house. All right, all right. Hey, what's up, Unknown? What's up, George? You didn't credit me for the title idea. I didn't? I thought I did before, man. But I got you. Matthew be sending me some good info, man, just so y'all know, man. Matthew be sending me a lot of topics, man. He actually get me pumped. Sometimes I'll be busy. I'll be like, Matthew just sent me something. I got to go live, man. What's up, Mr. Natural? Popeyes, shout out to you. Bahamas Dolphins in the house. Joe Crotwell, what's up, man? Mike, how you doing? I'm good, man. It's just been a crazy week. A lot of packing outside of that. And if you don't know, like I said before, headed back to Florida. Me and the family were moving to Florida. So a lot of packing, not only packing, my throat was kind of like gone. Like 3 days ago, it's just been rough for me, man. But I'm surviving, y'all. But a lot's been going on, and I've been so anxious. Should I go live? And I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna chill on the speculations right now and try to get better. But so much has happened, so we got plenty to talk about. I'm just excited, man. Chilling, bro. Fans Nation, baby. Glad you up. Thank you, Pete. Appreciate you, homie. What's up, bro? Thanksgiving in Dallas. I know this is gonna be crazy, and I'm moving. This is ridiculous, but I'm still probably gonna be here for it. Chris from Plantsville in the house. Shout out Chris from Plantsville. How you doing, TD? I'm good, Mike. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going backwards because I done forgot a lot of y'all chats. All right. Hey everyone. What's up, TD? What up, Vicky S? Shout out to you. Thanks for joining us again. And I know it look like I'm looking from the side because I got the monitor here and actually the camera here. It's kind of crazy. Let me see if I can move it over some. That way y'all can get a good view. Pumped about going to Dallas for Thanksgiving. It's gonna be something, man. Hey, you might better get them tickets as soon as you can because it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. Trust me, man. The prices and everything. Trust me. One of the biggest stadiums in football, but the prices are going to be crazy. And it's Thanksgiving Day. You better get them early. It's for all y'all who talk about y'all gonna be in Dallas. You better get them as soon as they come. Get them for the lowest, because I promise you, not shortly after that, they're gonna be selling them through the third parties, man. It's gonna be a lot more. I'm glad to hear you're getting out of Dallas and heading back home, back in Dolphin Land, where you belong. Exactly, man. Now I'm not actually quite going all the way down where I'm from, Hollywood, in the Miami area, but I'll be closer to Central Florida. Closer to Central Florida. So I got a deal. I ain't gonna be too far from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I at least get to rep Florida, rep the Dolphins, baby, up in Buccaneer country, where everybody know Florida belongs to the Dolphins. They just been trying to come in and steal it. But how your wife feel about we playing the Cowboys on Thanksgiving? You know what? I haven't even talked to her about it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tell her that today. As soon as she get home, she probably gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so crazy." And now we got to go together. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get her to wear Dolphin gear this time, y'all. So y'all forgive me. Hurry home, TD. I know, right? So are we going to go for the Heisman QB in the draft this year? Heisman QB in the draft this year. Hold on, man. Hold on. Y'all know how I like to do it on typical days. Make sure that I'm answering a lot of y'all questions. Matter of fact, this is your time now. You better get it in. If it's something specific you want me to talk about in Miami town for the Dolphins or the NFL in general, and I'm sorry, I'm watching NFL Network too right here. It's on all this Antonio Brown stuff coming out right now. It's breaking news with Antonio Brown. He's out of there, man. And a lot of people already, Jalen Ramsey on Twitter, like this to the Jaguars, like bring him in. Then you got Peterson saying, "Hey, hit my line, Antonio Brown." So everybody already lobbying for him to be on the team. You see what happened with Kansas City receiver that they cut earlier this year. He with the Browns now. So a lot of crazy stuff. But anyway, Man, down to business. I'm all in for Kyler. So basically, you asking about Kyler Murray, okay? Oh, you mean to tell me my pen is not spitting out any ink? Like real? Oh, that's aggravating, y'all. My pen didn't spit out no ink. So let me see what I got in here. Got an unsharpened pencil. It's a little desk drawer thing I got right here, man. And I'm looking, I don't think anything's in here. And a lot of things are packed up. All right. I'm tripping. I'm on the computer. Kyler Murray. All right. So we'll talk about Kyler Murray. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it down in the comment section so I can give y'all my take on it before I go into some of the stuff I wanted to talk about, man. Shout out to Gio Cabrera, always looking out with the donations. Who do you think will be the Dolphins quarterback? That's kind of, I mean, I guess that Kyler Murray question, let's just talk about who's going to be the Dolphins quarterback in the future, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna be 100% with y'all, man. Y'all ain't gonna always agree with what I'm saying, but I don't like to go off of fiction. I like to go off of facts based off of evidential proof. So that's what we're going to talk about, okay? Wait, what time is it? 1 second, y'all. Almost 12:30. Hold on, y'all. Let me take my medicine real quick. Make sure I get some of this in me because I got to get healthy, man, 100%. And I'll be right back. All right, back, guys. Stay hydrated with this water, man. All right, so we got, man, I should have went and got a pen. Boy, I don't be thinking. Let me see what we got. I love writing stuff down. Bingo, got it. Oh, several. All right, let's see. All right, QB. That's number one. What else we gonna talk about, y'all? What else y'all want to talk about? All right, is Dan Marino still involved with the new coaching staff? I'm not sure. I mean, it's a whole new year, a whole new situation. What's your opinion of the AAF? AAF. All right. Antonio Brown just requested a trade. AB wants trade. Let's see. Do you think the Pats are about to collapse? All right. We can't afford trading up for anyone. All right. Who we picking at 13? 13 pick. All right. Who in here a Orlando Apollo fan? TD, Antonio Brown just requested a trade. Tyler Murray. TD, I'm letting the Dolphins Nation know Tannehill isn't going anywhere. He will restructure his deal. Don't listen to me if you don't want to, but I know he will. So our starter this season, and I'm kind of sad and happy at the same time. Yes, XFL. XFL. Bucks release Vinny Curry. Should we pursue him? One moment, y'all. Vinny Curry. All right. Danny Amendola, that's a good one too. All right. Taking. What up, TD? What's your total take and thoughts on the entire coaching staff? I actually think Flores did a good job with this hiring. Coaching staff thoughts. All right. Chad O'Shea, NFL, wide receiver guru. O'Shea. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up, man. We're gonna wrap it up. Antonio teams that he can possibly land on is the Colts, the Dolphins was number 4. I'm in the 49ers and a couple others. All right, we got AB on here. One man, Gio, man, will Brady retire? Can I still get the keychain I won? You didn't get a keychain that you won? I'm curious on that. I thought I've sent everything out unless you just never claimed it until now. Everything's been sent out. Everybody, no one on here should be able to say, hey, I bought a TD Fans Talk t-shirt. Hey, I won this and didn't get it. Everybody should have gotten it. So let me know, Gio. Email me at tdfanstalk@yahoo.com because I don't want to operate in bad faith, man. So let me know. I want to make sure everybody taken care of. If you want something over here, you get it. Or if you bought something over here, you get it. So hopefully nobody else is having any issues. I believe everybody confirmed any order or thing that they won. So let me know, Gio. Keep Danny. Should we replace King and Drake? Do you think now that Gase is gone, King and Drake gonna get his time to workhorse? Okay. Kenyon. Man, wow, in and out. Kenyon Drake. Shut. Is going on this thing? Yeah. All right. TD, can I please get a free keychain? Hit me up, Matthew. Well, I did win a keychain on the spin TD, but I never got it. I just didn't make a big deal out of it. No, make a big deal. Did you ever email me, Adriel? Because I promise you, everybody should have got it. So listen, I'm not paying money for people to get away with it if you're not getting it. So please let me know that you claimed it and you sent your address to me. And if you never got it, you got to email me because I'm spending the money to send it to you. And it's to make this channel better. When people donate to this channel, I'm able to do things like that. So I don't want anything to go to waste. I don't want anything to go to waste. So at the end of the day, if you don't get something that I say I was going to send to you, please, you got to hit me up because I'm paying the money to these people. And if you don't let me know, I'm assuming you got it. So hit me up, man. TD, please. Oh, I already got that. All right. On Tannehill is smoking high. Can you discuss this? With you back in Florida, maybe you could hook up with Solo D. Man, I'm willing to do any and everything, man. Any and everything, man. I just want to have fun, enjoy my Dolphins, and enjoy this community, man. I don't know why I'm watching Mahomes get beat up on by Seattle again on a replay on NFL Network. I'll email you later. I'm at work. Appreciate you, man. Who are we going after in free agency? Do we think most vets will get cut and rookies start? We're going to break down a lot of that stuff, y'all. Gio Cabrera, my bad, I did not claim it. Okay, that's why, because I even did videos after that video saying, hey, I got like 3 people never claimed their keychain. And you got 24 hours because I can't keep going back and forth to check stuff. But Gio, just hit me up. I'll take care of you for sure, man. For sure. I'll definitely take care of you because I remember you were one. You were actually the first one to win a keychain on the spin, if I'm not mistaken, because you were at the top of my paper, but I never got an email with your address and stuff. So just hit me up. I got you. Everybody else should be taken care of. Adriel, he say he wasn't, so hit me up. I got you. There's some good topics you wrote down. I'm curious to hear your thoughts. And with that being said, all right, it's time to get into them, all right? Okay, here we go. All right, the elephant in the room was the first topic, and that's the quarterback situation. Now, y'all already know that I'm not finna sit up here and tell y'all what y'all want to hear all the time. Some of y'all is probably what you want to hear. I don't know. I'm just giving you what my brain, my logic gives me. What would make the most sense? If you're going to be a sound organization long term, what makes the most sense? And that's what I'm going to give you. And people can say, oh, you're crazy for thinking that. Trust me, I try to back up everything I say with analytical proof and common sense. And before I even get started, I have come to the conclusion that common sense ain't common at all. But I am so happy I have it. Okay? And that may be tooting my own horn, but I think I do. And if I don't, then it's just what my brain gives me, and I'm just wrong. I don't know. But all right, so I try to take my emotion out of things. I don't just because I like Tannehill, everything I say about that man ain't got nothing to do with emotions. It has nothing to do with emotions. It's just what my brain registers based off of everything that I see and what's going on. Okay. All right. So before I even get started, many of you all already know my take on Ryan Tannehill. Some of you mistake my take on Tannehill as just my love for him. No, I just don't know who Tannehill is yet as an NFL quarterback. A lot of people argue that, hey, it's been 7 years and you don't know. That should be enough said. And I actually like that argument. It sounds good. It sounds like something that I might have used in the past before I start looking at facts, okay? Now, it's been 7 years. Nothing should take 7 years, y'all. You are in trouble listen, we are in trouble if it takes 7 years and we still don't know about a player. But remember, it's not what, it's why. Why do we not know about the player yet? And I ain't talking about y'all haters as, oh, we know he just tried. All right, whatever. Y'all get out of here. The division between the fan base of keep him and don't keep him is so close that all y'all who think he sucked, hey, I'm going to ignore that. Enough people. Now, if it was a 70-30, then he sucked. But no, anytime you get over about 40%, then there's something there that you want to hold on to, that you like. So everybody else, all that hating stuff, we eliminating that. Okay? Now, why don't we know? You have to go back in history. You got to say, hey, this man came in and what was around him? Actually, he had a decent team. It wasn't great. No superstars. I remember they can't get any stars in Miami. You really didn't have anyone. You really didn't have anyone. And what happened? The man got sacked like crazy, but he still put up some yards. And what we knew about Tannehill at that time is he could not connect on the deep ball. Now I know some of y'all may think this is drawn out, but I'm putting the floor down for y'all, okay? Because this is going to go into what Flores may think about this situation. This is going to go into the Kyler Murray situation and decisions that need to be made. So just stick with me, man. Just stick with me, all right? TD, with all due respect, I really don't know anyone out there who still believes in Ryan Tannehill. For us, I'm being honest. You may be right, but you're the only one. I'm not the only one, bro. If anybody who still believes in Ryan Tannehill, put it in the comment section right now. I don't care if it's one person. What you need to realize is I'm not the only one. Another thing, Fin Fan, and we cool. Now, I don't want you to think I'm coming at you right now. But another thing, Fin Fan, let me teach you something about today's world, okay? Social media and everything, okay? Social media and everything. Let me tell y'all one of the biggest problems, okay? And I want y'all to start considering this. Say there's somebody, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to use our president, Donald Trump, for example. I don't do politics or nothing like that. But what I'm going to say is a fact, okay? Donald Trump. Half of this country love Donald Trump. Half of this country seems like they hate Donald Trump, okay? At the end of the day, When one side gets a piece of news and they say this is what's going on, they believe that wholeheartedly. And you know what one side says? It ain't a lot of people that side with him. Then the other side says, oh no, this is what it is. It ain't a lot of people that think otherwise. For some reason, both sides feel like the other side is so small. There ain't that many people that, for some reason. Same thing with Tannehill. So all these issues going on in the country, if one side believes this, the problem that's happening right now is there's almost the exact amount on this other side that believe opposite. Two different things. But each side, for some reason, thinks that there are more people believe what they believe. So they won't even consider the other side at all. It's so split out here, man. So whenever you say stuff like you're the only one when it comes to Tannehill, you just had like 10 people tell you I believe in him. And some of them just sitting back watching, some of them working, so they can't comment. Trust me. So don't think that, oh, ain't nobody like Tannehill no more. That's because what social media does, it drives you. If you type into YouTube, I hate Tannehill, they're in your suggested list, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all that stuff, and your suggested is going to be nothing but things that support what you already typed in. Tannehill's worst throws. Tannehill's this and that. Tannehill has bad pocket awareness. But why in my timeline, Tannehill's best game of the season? Tannehill's this and that. That's what social media is doing to you these days. So it's building your belief, so it makes you believe it even more. So it keeps people on their side instead of coming together. It keeps people on their opposite sides instead of coming together. Try it out. Go put something negative in the timeline. Go put Chinese woman bakes cake in the timeline and watch your suggested list give you nothing but different stuff on Chinese women baking cake. I don't know. That's all I'm saying, man. There's a whole nother side that you got to take it. You got to listen to both so you can come up with your own conclusions. Hold on, man. Hello? Hello? Hey. Okay, cool. All right, hit me up when you're out. Okay, well, I'm live right now. Let me hear me get through that then. All right, hit me back. That's important. All right, bye. All right, my bad. All right, but so all I'm saying to y'all is stop thinking when y'all speak for other people, ain't nobody else out there like Tannehill. You are the only one. You are close to your reality. And the crazy thing is, social media these days, it's their job to feed you nothing but your reality because that's what sells. You want to be around and you want to support and you want to love the things that you like. I didn't come upon K Flex's channel by looking for K Flexing. Since I was doing sports talking, I was putting a whole bunch of Dolphin titles in. K Flexing came up and I subscribed. You see what I'm saying? So remember, trust me when I tell you, there's a whole lot of people that still want Tannehill, okay? And a whole lot of people that still have misconceptions on Tannehill, thinking that he's costing the team $24 million this year. Yes, it's costing the team $24 million, but it's only because he restructured his deal to help the team and take less before. His average contract is $19 million, just so you know. His average contract is $19 million, all right? Let me see. Where's my mouse, man? Oh, there it is. Hold on, man. Tannehill just needs to get into it. Man, good looking honky. You tripping, man. Keep it PG, man. All right, here we go, guys. So, my thing to start out with Tannehill, the reason why I'm starting out talking about him is because I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to keep on, so I'm going to get it out of the way. Him as a quarterback option, okay? So, you got Brian Flores coming in, right? Brian Flores is coming in. And what y'all have to get in the mind frame of realizing with Brian Flores, everything is structured for him. Everything is structured now. This is his structural pattern. Starts at the top. Me at this point. He's not worried about what's above because he don't worry about what he can't control. Great leaders do not worry about what they can't control. They try to influence it, but they do not worry about what they can't control. So Flores is coming in saying, I have to be the best coaches for my coaches. And I have to be the best coach for my coaches. Not me talking to players, not me coaching these players. I have to coach my coaches. I have to make sure that they are. Look at what he's coming from. This is the part of their organization nobody talks about. This is the part of the Patriots organization no one talks about. Why do you think they can keep on rotating coordinators in and out? They rotate them in and out. He's a head coach now. He's a head coach now. The linebacker coach goes to be the defensive coordinator here. The receiver coach, he's going to be the offensive coordinator there. They're able to just move. Do you not know that this happens every year? You think Matt Patricia was the only one who left that year? There's other coaches on that staff that got promotions. But all we worry about is, Matt Patricia went to a head coach. What about the lineman coach that went to be a defensive coordinator now? What about, you see what I'm saying? That's the culture of a winning organization. We're no longer talking about team. It's organization. Winning organization. That is the culture. You have to coach your coaches to be great coaches. And if they're being great coaches, they are going to coach great players to be even greater players. It's all coaching. It's all coaching. Look at the talents that they're creating. These no-name guys. It took over 8, 9, 10 years for Edelman to get the recognition that he's finally getting. Come on, let's be honest. This is the first time he's getting his due recognition. And to be honest, it's supposed to be greater, but since it's new, he's getting recognition. But think about if he was getting it from 4 years ago. Today, it'll be like, man, Edelman's just a beast. People would be saying that. He is just getting his reputation the way it is. He is just getting his credit. You need talent also, bro. You're missing it. You do need talent, but you have to realize where you need it. You have to recognize where you need the talent. And it's not much. That's the difference. You need talent. And when I say talent, y'all, he's talking about those impact players. I ain't talking about Edelman. Edelman is a talent, but he's not talent. I hope that makes sense. They made him talent. If that makes sense, I hope that makes sense to y'all. He's talking about the players who have big names too, because their talent is so good that they're a name now. They're a brand. That's what he's talking about. You still need talent. But I think people have a mistake on how much and where it goes, where you're putting that talent. It's an organization, man. It ain't just, we're going to bring in the best running back. We got talent. No, your team may not call for you to need a best running back. Look at the Patriots. When have they had the best running back in their Super Bowl runs? When have they had the best running back? They've always had a good running back that does his job and helps them win games. When have they had elite wide receiver other than Randy Moss? I understand the Gronk. I'm talking about outside receivers, though. Every franchise is going to go through one here or there. They got Randy Moss. And that was for a deal, if you ask me. So it's where you put the talent. We can't go grabbing at any bit of talent that we see out there just to say we got talent. Why do you need a top receiver on your team if your offensive line gives you 5 seconds to throw the ball? You get my drift here? So it depends on your team. What are you building for? Let me say that again. Why do I need to go get one of the best receivers in the NFL if my offensive line gives me 5 seconds to throw the ball? Do you see what I'm saying here? Bam, we got the best O-line in football. We can save some money on receivers. Why am I going to go get the best running back in football if my offensive line opening up holes that a truck can drive through? Good. Our offensive line is so good we can save money. Why am I going to go continue to invest in a quarterback that we're hoping is going to be Tom Brady-esque when I got an offensive line that should allow me to have a decent quarterback just like Flacco did it, just like Russell Wilson did it? I know we argue about the Russell Wilson. He ain't just a decent quarterback. All right, don't underestimate the offense and the scheme they run and the time it gives him. Same thing like I told y'all with Patrick Mahomes. This man has all day to throw the ball in easy windows, wide open people. But as soon as you see him in a game where they're getting pressure on him, he never looks the same. There's proof out there already. Now, is it long-term proof? I don't know. We got to see him next year too to add on or get rid of the assumptions at this point. It ain't fact. It's just assumption based off of the minimal evidence that we already have on him. If you got one of the best offensive lines in football, let me tell y'all something. Let me be 100 with y'all. Brady didn't have his best season this year. I'm just keeping it 100. But then we were all shocked at how he was throwing bullet 7-yard passes, bullet 12-yard passes to his receivers in the playoffs. Strung together some great football. But it wasn't great football this year, y'all, from Brady. That's just a fact. It wasn't. That all gets overshadowed at the fact that they won another Super Bowl. This year, there has never been a year more team that the Patriots have had a team win than this year. There's never been a year where they've had a team win greater than this year. But why am I going to go out there and hope to find another Brady-esque quarterback? Hope is the key. We're going to sit that on the side over here because we're going to talk about it for a second. But why am I going to go out there to hope when I know that I possibly already have good enough if everybody else do their job? See, y'all got a misconception that the star players are supposed to make up for all the other gaps you have in the team. I think that's a huge difference in what people think about football. Some people, like everything about the Patriots way, is about everybody needs to do their job. I don't care if Brady screwed up. If you were doing your job, he wouldn't have had to take the chance to even have to screw up. If everybody just do their job. But some people have this in their mind that this is why you need great players because they make up for those who can't do their job. That's a losing approach. It is a losing approach, y'all. It is a losing approach. Somebody just said something very important, okay? College Man 954 said, get the talent to do that job. I agree, but I don't want to put too much emphasis on talent. Flores, they don't come from a culture of talent. They come from a culture of here's a man, here's a player who has ambition, who has drive, who has purpose, who wants to be great. His physical stature and ability and everything we know about him, it's talent, but it ain't the talent everybody looks for, but we can make it a talent. That's what the culture they come from. You know why they know that they can continue to win Super Bowls over and over and over, or at least be competitive to be there? Y'all better get that straight. They done been there 9 times out of the last 18, 50% of the time. Y'all better get something straight. They didn't expect to go to the Super Bowl not one of those times. They expected to be competitive for it all 18 times, really. All 18 times. They expected to be competitive. What, did they miss it just one time maybe in the last 18? You know why? Because they're building a team that is built to last. Oh no, we're not going to be spending all that money on the wide receivers because we coach over here. We can take a $4 million wide receiver and make him look like he's worth $9 million. But hey, he don't shine like a superstar, so you don't look at him as $9 million anyway. And then it helps us from a a free agent standpoint. They like staying with us because we still gonna pay them the $4 million, and people don't value them anyway. They don't value them anyway because their numbers don't jump off the board. So we're in a win-win. Do y'all see that? We're in a win-win. Our coaching is so great that we're gonna turn you, whoever it is, John Doe, we are going to turn you from a 6 player to an 8 player. But people aren't going to notice you because your name won't be raised, but you're going to be doing your job. You're going to have longevity in this NFL. You're going to win Super Bowls. It may take a long time for you to be recognized as a household name, but you will be. And you can live around that. Some people chase the superstardom and have that individual. And think about the Odell Beckhams. Think about Odell Beckham has the skill and the talent, but he's more of, I'm Odell Beckham. I'm one of the best receivers in the league. I catch balls with one hand. I am a brand. I'm doing commercials. I'm doing this. I'm going for that solo fame with no rings. With no rings. My solo fame won't last forever. They're going to look at me as another Hall of Fame receiver if I keep doing it, but it ain't that long-lasting forever fame. Because the Giants going to get tired of it one day. I give you to live out this, and y'all keep losing, spending all that money. They're going to let you go in the next team, so you'll never be that franchise player that helped your team win Super Bowls. And that's a whole different culture. You want to win Super Bowls. And I like that. Somebody said we won all phases of the game. Y'all talk about something else, but we want all phases of the game. I don't want to be able to say, oh, our quarterback is doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. I don't want to be able to say our cornerback or our nickel is doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that. We got to get out of that mind frame. We got the best running back in football. I want to talk. Man, our team is just dominating. Our team is beating up on everybody. Our defense is doing this. Our offense is doing that. I don't want to be able to say, man, we got Rashad Jones back there. We got Mika in the nickel. No, I want to be able to say, look at our secondary. See, that's a whole different level. Whole different level of football. See, when y'all stuck on calling individual names, you headed down the wrong path. You know your team winning when you saying, man, our secondary is one of the best in the league, and nobody can keep up with our D line. And our linebacking core, oh my gosh. Done. Said 3 words, linebacking core. More than 3, but linebacking core, our secondary, our defensive line. But you know what we stuck saying? Man, Rashad Jones is this and that, and this. Did you see Xavier Howard? And Minka, man, we drafted him, and now, no, y'all got it all messed up. Y'all got it all messed up. You stuck in that rat race. How long we been calling names? Think about it. We can call those names in the chat section right now. Think about it, how long we went, y'all. Oh, man, we got Jake Long. Man, we got Brent Grimes. Cam Wake over there doing this and that. Losing and losing and losing. We've always been a name franchise. And we stuck in that. Jake Long sucked, but look where we drafted him and what we said. I'm talking about when we were saying it. And you're right. So you say Jake Long sucked, but look what we did. Look when we got him. What we had to give up for him. What we had to do. You see what I'm saying? We should have never drafted him. Yeah, but we can go get Kyler Murray right now, and 5 years from now, we should have never drafted him. I'm not saying we shouldn't. I don't want to never get into what we shouldn't have never done because you can't control that. At the end of the day, I'm getting y'all to think we got to stop looking at individual players, man. We have to have a mindset of look at our secondary. Nobody can touch our secondary. Look at our linebacking core, the meanest in the game. You ain't running on them. And our D-line, you'd be lucky to even get it past them. When have we ever been able to say that? Excuse me. When have we ever been? But I don't blame the organization because when the fans, look at what we're saying. Oh, go get this player. Go get that player. Oh, we need this. Oh, we need that. Do you not see the rat race? TD want to keep Tannehill. It ain't about Tannehill. I tell you, we can get breaking news right now. Miami Dolphins release Tannehill. I ain't going to sit there and be like, man, we still. No. I'm going to give my opinion on why I may think it's not a smart move at this point right now. But at the end of the day, now we got to talk about who we going to bring in. It's evident. He's going, so we got to move on. Let me tell y'all something. Let me be 100% honest with y'all. It ain't that I love Tannehill. It's one of those components of, it's almost like the whole bully thing. If you see a kid in school getting bullied all day and you feel bad for him, it ain't necessarily mean that you love that kid. But at the end of the day, if you see them being treated, mistreated unfairly, at some point, man, at some point, you want to take up for him. Now, if anything he needs to own on his own, hey, you causing them to bully you. You walk in the classroom and you talking noise to them, and now they coming at you. You asking for that. You don't get involved. But a man coming doing his job, he working hard. I've seen tons of improvement over time. And what have we done on our end to help him? That's the question. So I say, oh, this ain't fair to a quarterback. You know, it's just not. A young quarterback at that, yeah, he's not young now, but he don't know no difference. He doesn't know any different. We haven't even put things around him to protect him and take care of him. This man ain't had one season where you had everything around him to protect him, where you could have had we could have had our answer. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Hello? Hello? Hey. No, I had just got on when you came last time. Okay. Can you give me a specific time? Well, it ain't gonna happen. Bye-bye. Oh. All right, guys. TD has a man crush on 10 here. Y'all gonna get over it, man. Yeah, the camera's wrong. Nah, I will. When I get to Florida, I'm gonna get all that stuff, man. I'm focused on this move now, man. Focus on the move right now. But that's all I'm saying, man. They never did anything for him. They didn't do anything for Tannehill. And that's where it's not right. You got to have answers, y'all. Just imagine bringing Kyler Murray in. And we don't. Just imagine that, y'all. How do you think a quarterback should feel? Say we bring Kyler Murray in. And he don't get a line in front of him. And they look just as trash. And yeah, he escapes and work wonders. But for 7 years, let's even say Kyler Murray escaped better than Tannehill, but it still never got us to the playoffs, or it might have got us there one. How would you feel about that? We bring in Kyler Murray, and we don't make the playoffs because of what's around Kyler sucks. How would you feel about that? How would you feel? And then what a TV came behind that, because since y'all support Kyler Murray, you would feel bad about it. I support Tannehill, so I feel bad about his situation. But you would support Kyler Murray because you're the one asked for him. And then all of a sudden, TD gonna walk in there. I don't want to hear that. I know they ain't giving no whole lot, but it's been 7 years. Come on, man. It's been 7 years. You see what I'm saying? You see, Kyler Murray is better than Tannehill. Let's say he's 2 times better than Tannehill. Once again, y'all missed the point. Open your mind a little bit, just a little. I don't want you to keep your basic mind frame and just lock it there. Just open your mind to something different. And if you don't like it, hop back over to what you thought. But open it. You might actually just, oh my gosh, I need to start opening my mind a lot more. I see what he's saying. So ain't got nothing to do with Tannehill. So to help y'all out, open your mind, Let's say Kyler Murray is 2 times better than Tannehill. No. He's 10 times better than Tannehill. Look at him. He out there escaping more than Tannehill did. He's out there throwing bullets better than Tannehill. He's getting more touchdowns. Let's just say that. Okay? He is. But his O-line suck, and he's still going down, but he's still doing more than Tannehill did. And then 7 years later, he still never got us to the playoffs because of everything around him. Can some of y'all answer that? Would you feel bad for Kyler Murray, or it's time to move on from Kyler Murray? Yeah, he's 10 times better than Tannehill, but it's been 7 years, bro. Yeah, but y'all ain't going to have that energy. You're not going to have that same energy. That's my point here. Kyler Murray will be better than Tannehill. I just said we're going to assume he is. And not only better, but 10 times better. You see how some people are still commenting, but they won't answer the question that I asked? Do y'all see that? Do y'all see how some people are still making cases like, but Murray is better than Tannehill? And I agreed with them. And they still can't answer that question. Do you see that, y'all? This is my point exactly. This is why when you look at these individuals and they comment, you know they have no facts or anything behind it. Because when you ask a logical question, they cannot bring their own mouth out of bringing out the truth. They can't bring their own mouth to say, no, I wouldn't give up on Kyler then. Oh! Or they can't bring their mouth to say, yeah, I'll give up on him too, to notice their insanity of doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a different result. Why can't we get Murray and fix O-line, TD? That's a good point. Why can't we? What evidence do you have that we're going to fix the line? I know, don't get me wrong, we're going to fix the line. But now we want to get behind a new quarterback in a way that we didn't get behind the old one. Do you see what I'm saying? This is my point here. If we do fix the line for whoever, if it's Kyler Murray, if we do fix the line, now we want to do that. We want to get behind a new guy with the fixed conditions. And then, not to mention, his elevated play could be a very good reason because of the O-line too. You're a fool if you think that what's his name? With Kansas City. Mahomes, you're a fool if you think he throws over 4,000 yards. He gets 5 seconds to throw the ball. If he had 2.5 seconds to throw the ball, you're a fool if you think that he would have threw over 4,000 yards. You're just wrong. Because most of his big gashes are coming from having 5 seconds or more. Facts, man. Facts. Is your temper calm? My bad, y'all reading a crazy comment, man. Yeah, Abdullah, I gotta get you out of here, man. I don't know what the hell you talking about. That's crazy stuff you talking. Tannehill is a cancer and can't lead men. Okay. And Mahomes is a leader that's going to come in, lead men, and if they don't make the playoffs, I still can't even get your answer. I still can't get your answer. How you going to feel about that? If Mahomes comes in and he's a leader of men and he plays 10 times better than Tannehill, well, you know what some of y'all going to end up, your conclusion going to be? Well, we're not going to lose, though. See, you just can't answer it. You can't answer it. You cannot answer it, man. Cigarettes and alcohol. Lord. All right, man. Listen, y'all. But that's my thought on QB. If we go get a new QB, it doesn't matter if we don't take care of that line. Doesn't matter if we don't take care of the line. The only reason I know that our team is going to go up is because I'm so confident in Flores that it really don't matter what talent we have on the team, he's going to improve it. And if it can't improve under Flores and his staff, then it's going to be gone because it's not even close. He's going to bring in his type of guys, but it is a process. Let me tell y'all something about this quarterback situation. The truth is, like I said 2 weeks ago, like I said, 4 weeks ago, y'all, nobody still knows. I mean, it's no different from the last time I talked to y'all about this. There's still a chance Tannehill is going to be in town. There's a chance that Tannehill's going to be in town and we still draft a quarterback in the first round. Murray or whatever. There's a chance of that. Literally. There's a chance. There's a chance Tannehill gets cut. We get a new quarterback too. There's a chance that we're going to trade for a current quarterback. There's a chance we're going to get one of these free agent quarterbacks. All that's still on the table. But the talk about QB and Kyler Murray gets so much more and more boosted. Why? Because the media is pumping it to you. They like that Kyler Murray can be a first-round baseball player and a first-round NFL player. And who's going to be lucky to get him? Well, who needs a quarterback? Let's pump out news that this quarterback may go to their team, to those regions. And what do we all do? Hey, man, did you see the news? Kyler Murray might be coming to Miami. They might be drafting Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray declared to the NFL. And they pump more news to the Dolphin region. Because everybody talking about quarterback. They still don't know what they're going to do. Y'all just getting stuck in it. Half of y'all going to be mad if Tannehill's still here. Half of y'all going to be mad if we draft a quarterback. 60, 70% of y'all going to be mad if we go get like a one that's already out there. All this stuff right now, we don't know. We don't. We have no idea. That's the reality, man. TD has a man crush on Tannehill. If that's what you want to call it, and that's what your brain derives out of it, I'll go with it. I'm very secure in myself, so I don't worry about stuff like that. I'll go with it. I got a man crush on Tannehill, y'all. TD, you forgot, then people watch highlights, then tell them to get him. I know. I know. I know, man. It's crazy. Tyree Jackson, best QB in draft. A new QB is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You right on there, man. Josh Lugo, F it. I'd rather keep Tannehill, but for sure draft a new quarterback this coming up season and give Tannehill the boat next season. Then why keep him? If you're going to give him the boat anyway, why keep him? What people really scared of is, what if we draft a quarterback, keep Tannehill starts, and the quarterback learning under him, and then quarterback's supposed to take the reins, but next thing you know, Brian Flores is there. He fixes a few things, and look at us going to the playoffs behind Tannehill. That's what you're really scared of. That's what some people really scared of. That's what people are scared of. Tannehill and Super Bowl shouldn't be in the same sentence. That's what's funny about it. Just imagine it, y'all. I'm not TD, ain't gonna be nobody to one of the first ones to say this. I ain't gonna put this behind it, but you never know, right? That's the beauty of sports. Just imagine it. Miami Dolphins select Kyler Murray in the first round. Yeah! And then they're like, but they kept Tannehill. I don't understand what Miami's doing. Well, maybe they're looking to trade Tannehill, or maybe they're looking whatever, right? Maybe they got a trade partner. Then we go into the first game and Tannehill to start him. Why they start Tannehill? They should. Then we got that controversy. Why they starting Tannehill? Murray should be the starter. And just imagine, because Brian Flores ain't coming in there to tank y'all. He gonna look at them linemen, bring some people in, and say, let's make the most we can out of this year. And them boys gonna be balling in the first year. People gonna be like, we ain't got much talent. Oh no. See, you underestimate coaching. Sometimes don't look at the talent on the field, look at the talent in the coaching staff. Now all of a sudden we winning games. Just imagine the Dolphins going 11-5 next year. Just imagine the Dolphins winning the first round wild card game, going to the second round. And what if that's behind Tannehill? Just imagine. Because I'm going to tell y'all now, that's the pace we were headed before all these injuries struck this year. I'm just keeping it 100. And I think we could actually even be better than we were at the beginning of this year. With great coaching. With great coaching, man. Yeah. And boy, them Tannehill haters, you know what they gonna wait on every week? Wild card week. Tannehill, Dolphins win the game. Second week, Tannehill throws a key interception or doesn't make the key, whatever it is. See, this is why he got to go. It's Kyler Murray. They will just wait on whatever moment they need to put it on him. Even if they went to the Super Bowl. Let's just say Tannehill didn't have the greatest Super Bowl. It was his first time there. Say he looked like Mahomes did when Mahomes played the Patriots. Looked trash in the first half, then looked better. But people like, man, Tannehill couldn't, man, he ain't ready for he ain't no Super Bowl quarterback. Do you see what I'm saying, y'all? People will have total different energy. TD really loves Tannehill. No, I really dislove the situation he in. But I'm more curious. See, everybody worried about how I feel about Tannehill, but I continue to ask questions that nobody can answer. I'm more interested in if something like that happens, what would y'all have to say? I'll just wonder if something like that happens, what would y'all have to say? And of course, nobody's gonna know, but no one. Most of the people that hate him ain't gonna comment. Ain't gonna comment. Look at LBJ, always talking bad about Tannehill, but just got asked the question, and the response was, we need to draft Tyree Jackson. Keep ignoring it. Y'all see what I'm talking about? See, when I bring logical questions, you don't hear from these same people that hate on them because they realize what they've been saying all this time has no logic. No logic whatsoever. I didn't ask you if he was injury prone. Once again, deflecting the question, I asked you if that was to happen. Flores coaches his team up and all facets of the team do well. It ain't even about the quarterback, and they go to a Super Bowl. And Tannehill doesn't have his best game in the Super Bowl. He plays just like Mahomes did against the Patriots in the AFC Championship. Terrible first half, got it a little bit more respectable in the second half. Y'all would still have his head. You would still have his head. TD Tannehill is injury prone. We need another QB. Y'all see what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's the last time I'm gonna say it, y'all. I want y'all to notice that though. All y'all who try to understand what I be talking about. Nobody could give an answer on the questions I have. The ones who hate Tannehill, they can't give an answer because if they give an answer, their common sense is going to bring them to exactly where we are. It's going to bring them exactly to where we are. That shows you the things they say has no logic behind it. It's just thrown out there stuff because they just want another quarterback. I'm just showing those who watch this channel all the time, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to my argument on Tannehill and stuff. Tannehill might be the bum of all bums, but why am I going to jump on him and judge him almost? Why am I going to judge him if I ain't never seen him in a situation that will tell me like an even playing field? We judge quarterbacks in a perfect situation and talk about how great they are. And then when they get into a terrible situation and they look like trash, they ignore it. I don't understand that for the life of me. All season, y'all been throwing in my face how great Patrick Mahomes was. And then when he get in a Tannehill-like situation in the AFC Championship game in the first half, that was a Tannehill-like situation. And he looked worse than Tannehill. Worse. Now, I don't think he would have looked worse than Tannehill if he had more experience in those situations. But he ain't got no experience in those situations. And since he ain't got no experience in it, he looked worse than Tannehill in the first half. But how can he show you if he's always hurt, TD? We don't talk about the things we can't control. We talk about the things we can control. When he wasn't hurt, look at the evidence. Out of the 7 years, he's been hurt for 2. We can't talk about what we can't control. 5 years of playing for Tannehill. 4 of those 5 years, he never had a line. Never had a line. You know that 1 year where he had a line? He won 8 out of 9 games and got hurt. And when he got back, he won 4 out of 5 games. 3 out of 4, whatever it was. So I don't talk about what we can't control. Injuries happen. Look at your boy with the Colts. Injuries happen. Brady went out a season before. Almost every quarterback done been out in this league. So Tannehill has 2 of them when he should have had surgery the first time. And then not to mention, why was he injured? Because we had a trash O-line, but unevaded to the quarterback right on his knee. And don't say he's injury prone from the second one because they made a mistake the first time. They should have had surgery, and they didn't. But I don't understand why we call him injury prone because he got hurt those 2 times. I understand the shoulder is the third, but even that one, unevaded to the quarterback, straight resistance on a full force throwing arm. Come on. You act like that's injury prone. He threw it, and I think I popped something when I threw it. No. If I take your arm and bend it all the way back, you're going to get hurt too. That ain't injury prone on a common sense given. Any quarterback would have got injured in that situation. Anyone, period. I don't talk about what we can't control. I talk about what we can control, what's happening on this field. What's happening on the field during these games, man? That's what I want to talk about because that's what wins games. We can go get Kyler Murray today and cut Tannehill. If Kyler Murray get hurt, we can't talk about him because he ain't on that field. What's going to win us games? When Brady went out his year and Matt Castle took the reins, what's going to win games? They wasn't worried about that. Guys, let me tell y'all something. Good coaching, even with our injuries this year of everybody who got injured, good coaching would have got us at least 9 games. Y'all know that. Good coaching would have got us 9 games alone. Y'all saw the three games that Gase lost us himself and Burke. Come on. Good coaching would have got us at least 9 games last year. Period, man. That's what it is, man. No bad. Hey, TD, I've been watching your talk show for a while now. A long time Fins fan here. Appreciate you, Randy Phillips, man. Stay tuned. Shout out to you, man. But that's QBs, man. That's what's up with QBs. Y'all want to go out there and try to go get another wild card? I ain't talking about wild card round either. I'm talking about players. You're trying to draft a better QB than Tannehill. You're not looking for a QB that may have more upside to him. No. At this point, you're trying to draft a quarterback better than Tannehill. Period. You're trying to draft a better quarterback. Would I ask all y'all that want to go do that? Do you know the odds of that happening? Even if you took all the successful quarterbacks in the last 10 years that were drafted in the NFL, watch this, y'all. If you took all the successful ones that were drafted in the last 10 years, you take your Russell Wilson, you take all of them. But you got to put it with all the quarterbacks that's come out, period. Undrafted, drafted, all of that. It's still a long shot. Y'all don't realize how many QBs came in this league in the last 10 years and how many of them are starting on the roster right now. And I ain't talking about when I say last 10 years, I ain't talking about these 3 and 4 year guys. that's in their first 3 or 4 years. I ain't talking about them. Talk about those guys that's been in the league between 5 to 10 years. If you take all of them, all the quarterbacks that came into the league, man, you'll realize how hard it's going to be to even find somebody better than Tannehill. And that's the saying that Tannehill sucks. I'm feeding into y'all now. Tannehill sucks, okay? Even if he sucks, do you know how hard it is? And just because you got a name, Kyler Murray, just because you got these names of Heisman winners and this and that, no, man, it ain't easy. Then this guy is undersized. He's short. Yeah, but he make up with it with his speed and his athleticism. This is the NFL. Why y'all don't see the trend that all that stuff you did in college ain't happening in the pros? It don't happen. And if it do happen and show some light in regular season, all that crap get cut off in the playoffs. Because you go against intelligent coaches, smart defenses, some of the smartest players. I'm tired of people who looking for this temporary success, man. I'm so tired of it. All y'all preach and talk about is temporary success. Everything that come out y'all mouth equals temporary success. Temporary. And then the crazy thing is not realizing it sets us back even further from long-term success. Say it again, TD. Tannehill sucks. Tannehill sucks. Tannehill sucks. Okay, he sucks. But some of y'all need to realize how hard it is to find somebody better than what y'all think sucks. How hard it is. And for some reason, y'all think it's just gonna fall on your laps. Then you get all enamored on a first or a second season and get happy, and then that player ain't even in the league 4 years later. Come on, man. Y'all got to get off of that, man. That's all I'm gonna say about the quarterback situation, man. We don't know nothing yet. Y'all just calm down. All these reports, we might get Kyler Murray. Who knows? But we don't know yet. We don't know. Stop selling these possibilities to yourself. You can't sit back and keep selling possibilities to yourself. Oh man, they say we got a good chance to get Kyler Murray. Hey man, you heard we getting Kyler Murray? Like, dang, did you see that? How you transfer? We got a good chance to get Kyler Murray. To did you hear we getting Kyler Murray? Come on, y'all. Come on. Would you be happy if we did get him? Do you think it worked, Kyler Murray? I'd be happy if we got Kyler Murray if we cut Tannehill. Because I don't want both of them on the same roster together. I don't. You gotta, if you're gonna go draft Kyler Murray, you gotta cut Tannehill. Cut him now and fix the O-line. Let me tell y'all why. It's healthier for the team in this aspect. See, here's the risk. See, y'all talking about who you want. Front office, they're talking it different. They're like, here's the risk. This is the decision we have to make. Do we keep Tannehill and pay all that money and continue to try to figure out the roster? Or do we go ahead and get us Kyler Murray? It might not even be Kyler Murray. It may be a guy that y'all don't even know. That's what's crazy. It can be a quarterback that y'all ain't even named. That y'all didn't even name. It could be a quarterback projected for the 4th round that'll go in the 1st or the 2nd that we'll get. That y'all don't even know. That's the type of stuff Belichick would do. You ain't got to know the talent, but I'm drafting it so you don't question me. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to do that. They're going to, if they get a quarterback, they're going to spend minimal dollars. If they say they do cut Tannehill and they get a new quarterback in the draft, now they're on that saving side of the cap. And now they're on the clock. I call it the clock, y'all. They're on the clock, which says you got 4 years to build a Super Bowl team, or hey, you screwed up. The Chiefs are on the 3rd year of their clock. They about to go into their 3rd year because they get a quarterback. They're able to, first year, he sit back and learn. Second year, he ball out. You got to do it in the third or the fourth year. Because as soon as we pay Mahomes that big money, now we can't afford the line that he wants. Now we can't afford the line that he wants. Why you think all these young quarterbacks that win, soon as they get their new deal, they are non-existent? When I say non-existent, they may still be competitive. That's why I respect Big Ben a little bit, y'all. Let me tell y'all why he's not going anywhere from Pittsburgh. Because let's be honest, Big Ben is at the bottom of the upper echelon of quarterbacks. And let me tell you why. Because he went there when he was young, but when he got his big deal, they digressed, but they maintained competitiveness. It's hard, y'all. So they doing some good things over in Pittsburgh. It's hard. But when you win, you got to do it when that, like the quarterback position and stuff like that are getting minimal dollars. And then let me tell you what that ushers in. I'll use the Chiefs for an example. Say the Chiefs win it all next year. When they win it all next year, it's a case of, hey, now players, they don't want to go anywhere else. They don't mind taking a pay cut. Think about what's all on ESPN right now with Dak Prescott and Tom Brady. Dak Prescott, should you take a discount to help the team? You know why they talking about that? Because they're about to have to pay Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott big bucks, and they can't afford that great defense anymore. Or they can't afford that great O-line anymore. They can't. They can't afford it anymore. Now they're in that same rat race. Bloated contracts. Yeah, they good, but it ain't enough to get over the hump. And they're saying, well, you don't want to take a pay cut? And guess what he says? Well, everybody on wife ain't a supermodel and make more than them. Talking about Tom Brady's wife, how she make more than him so he could take a pay cut. Do you know Tom Brady is making almost $15 million less than he should? Tom Brady makes about $15 million less than he should per year. NFL contract. NFL contract, man. And that's why they can afford all the sevens and stuff on their team. And then coach them up to be even better. And that's why, man. Period, man. All right, man. All right, on to the next one, y'all. AAF. Somebody asked me, what do I think about the AAF? I actually love it. I love the AAF. Haven't watched much of it, saw a few. Watched the game yesterday, actually. And I like it because it's a lot of talent. Here's the issue that I have with the AAF. Not with the AAF per se, but NFL is so cemented and homegrown that I hate the fact that I personally don't believe the AAF will ever make it as big as the NFL. Because it's so homegrown that now players in the AAF are going to be jumping ship to go to the NFL. It's going to be that gateway. You know, I would like to see the AAF have bigger plans and possibly even take over the NFL. I don't know. You know, be even bigger. But I don't think it'll ever happen for the simple reason that, once again, players are going to be jumping ship from the AAF because now NFL teams are just going to be scouting AAF players too, college and AAF players. And they'll be bringing them over to the NFL. So it's also going to be hard for the AAF to continue to keep great talent and make great games and household names and brands. It's going to be almost impossible. It's a feeder league, yes, but it's going to be hard for people to get down with being a feeder league when their best players will be gone every year. Think about it. Who can really get behind and constantly appreciate something that changes every single year? You see what I mean? You fell in love with this receiver. Now he's gone. You like that team he was on, but you following this receiver to the NFL to see what they do. Now you back looking at the team, but you don't see any names you like. And it's just not resonating. I think that's going to be part of the problem with it. The only way that they can transform the AAF is if you really have really great players from the NFL going over to the AAF. But hey, who knows? You never know if movements will start and stuff like that, man. It happens. TD, this life, anything can change. You're right. The thing is, though, the NFL has everything in place already, all the contracts, all the deals. That's how I see it, man. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, man. But they're gonna have to, hey, I don't know. Maybe even they're gonna have to put something in it where in the contracts you cannot work for it, you cannot break these contracts for the NFL or something for a certain amount of years. I don't know. Sarah Hatch, monopoly. It's a monopoly, but technically, legally, it's not. Let me tell you why. Because there's an AAF. You know, it ain't. See the way that the courts will look at it, they'll never deem it a monopoly because the players should have a right to say, I like this brand better. So they'll never get hit with monopoly. It'll never happen. But I know what you mean when you say monopoly. That's only because they have such a stronghold on the industry in general. They have a stronghold on the industry. It's history. It's history. If the AAF wants to surpass that and be, it's almost like Nike versus Under Armour. You see what I mean? It's the Nike versus Under Armour thing. Under Armour, though, I must give it to them. They got a good foot in now, though. They got a good foot in. But they need that next innovative thing that's going to take them over the top to say Under Armour is everything over Nike, which will be hard. They have the history. They have the brand. So that's what it is, man. Outside of that, I don't look at it. I don't have nothing to say about the players, this and that. They playing football. You know, I like it. I like what I see. I see a lot of talent, individual talent, but you're going to get more individual talent over there because your standouts that people, they got a chip on their shoulder. That's why a lot of them are going to leave and go to the NFL because they're going to want that player over. They're going to want that player over the college player any day. Farm system, yeah. That's why the NFL don't mind. Oh, competition is coming in. We just gonna take the talent, and then you'll always be known as the farm system. You see what I mean? Yeah, I mean, come on, what talent? Because they don't have the TV deals and the money to be able to support paying AAF players NFL salaries. You see what I'm saying? So it takes time and supply and demand. You know, the amount that tune in on Sunday for the NFL, AAF ain't even coming close. Not even close, man. Not even close, man. Kind sweet angel, man. You ain't gotta use language like that, man. What is AAF? It's a new football league, man. Go check it out. What is this on desktop? Oh, I don't have this on the right system. Yeah, the AAF is just a new football league that was started at the beginning of this month. Alliance of what's the name again? It's Alliance of American Football. Yeah, Alliance of American Football. Who's looking good on the D-line draft? It's only 2 of them in the first round. Everybody else, you need a scout to be able to dig into the other talents. I recommend eating medicine regularly. Hey, Abdullah, I do, man. I want to see Cap in the AAF. Hey, GD, you bring up a lot of good topics. As far as the QB situation, the only thing that I have to say about that is I don't think Tanny is worth $26 million. He's not $26 million this year. That's what y'all got to understand. See, that's the perception. Tannehill isn't getting an annual of 26. He renegotiated his contract to help the team, so he's due 26 this year. He only gets paid 19 a year. 1 year he got like 10. Another year he got 11. And now they're giving him his money on the back end. That's why he's guaranteed $13.4 million. That's why he's guaranteed $13.4 million. He's not a $26 million guy. That's how much he's hitting the cap this year. That's because in the previous years he took cuts to help us out. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. The perceptions about Ryan are just wrong. Some people don't like him because of the play. Some people are not for 26 million. The 26 ain't the number. Okay, it's not the number, man. All right, but anyway, that's the AAF, man. I like it. I just think that I don't know if it'll be able to overcome the deficit it has. I'll put it like that. All right. Antonio Brown wants to trade, want to be traded, y'all. He wants to be traded, man. So listen. Once again, it ain't no different for me, man. There's no difference, man. Hey, man, King Sweet Angel, you crazy, man. You making all these ridiculous comments, man. But anyway, AB wants to be traded. Y'all just don't worry about AB. If Brian Flores brings him in, then that's great. I trust what he's doing because there's a reason. That means he feel like he's going to save so much money in the other places. But it's not likely. Brian Flores ain't going to be that type that's getting. Now, if he looks at film and say, yeah, but the problem is we don't have receivers that's explosive that can get off of bump and runs. Then there could be a pot. But then if that happens, because that's the only way I see Flores wanting Greer to bring in Antonio Brown. If he says, I need physical receiver that can get off the line. Because Grant and Wilson can't do that, y'all. That's just a fact. I love their talent. I want them on the team. Catching those balls across the middle and everything, I want them on the team. But they cannot play against press coverage. They can't, y'all. They just can't. I've been watching film all year. It just doesn't look good. So if we do bring in an Antonio Brown, look for one or two of those guys to be cut or traded. That's real. That's why I don't think any of their second contracts were guaranteed. I don't think they were guaranteed. Like, I think they got deals like 2 years, 16 million, something like that. I got to go look at it again. But no, it'll be like 2 years, 15 million, 8 million guaranteed. So 1 year is definitely you're going to get your money. The second year, if you get cut, the team only got to pay you like $500,000. That's the cost of getting cut. So the way the contracts are set up, Dolphins set it up the right way. They got a lot of options on like 15 players. 15 players that right now we need an option on, like, decisions. So if we bring in a player like Antonio Brown, y'all, look for one or two of those guys to be cut. Between Amendola, between Albert Wilson, even you can throw Jakeem Grant in that situation. Out of all three of those guys, if you bring in an Antonio Brown, one or two of those guys are not going to be on our roster next year. That is a fact from a money standpoint. Because you're basically replacing those two guys for Antonio's cap. So just imagine Amendola being out of there, which, hey, will he be? He caught balls reliably last year. Now, did he catch many? No, because our offense wasn't predicated on it and we sucked. We couldn't even get the ball out because of the O-line. So, and Flores knows him. Flores knows the type of character and player he is. So that's a leg up for Amendola, because I know y'all brought that up earlier. Let me go ahead and add that in right now. The Amendola situation. Amendola might still be on this roster. If he doesn't, he probably gonna find his home right back with the Patriots. Right back with the Patriots. He didn't leave on bad terms like they didn't want him. Bill Belichick in him was like, hey, I understand you got to go get your money. You know, we ain't going to offer you that kind of money because we have a certain amount we're going to pay receivers. And you're worth more than that now and you want it. Go get your money from the Dolphins. I'm not mad at you. You got to do what you got to do. He probably, and if we cut him, he probably going to be right back with New England. You don't think we need Amendola, but why not? Reliable hands, hard worker, fighting out there. Brian Flores type person, attitude type of player, knows football, has a good football mind and IQ. Why not? Because he's not the name that the other ones are or as good. And Mendola ain't had that many problems on the line of scrimmage on bump and run. He ain't fall flat on his face like Jakeem Grant and Albert Wilson was doing. Sometimes you can't fall in love with the speed and the impact player that's doing all that stuff. Sometimes you can't fall into all that. Shout out to you, D-Wade. Sometimes you can't fall in love with that. Because take a big old physical corner. As soon as they get on you, you ain't nothing this game. Now, let's not act like Jakeem Grant, Albert Wilson didn't have some games where they didn't even catch a ball. Y'all got to go watch that film, man. It's not always about the skills. You got to have a great all-around player. And if you're bringing in an Antonio Brown, you're probably going to drop two of those guys. Matter of fact, you might take both of them and package them in a trade for a lineman or something. I don't know. However you can. But if Antonio Brown is in Miami, two of those guys might be gone. But I am being honest with y'all. Amendola has, and then both of them coming off of a major injury. You got to think about that too. Both of them coming off of a major injury. Both of them. And they skill position players. Their body's going through 10 times more wear than other positions. I'm going to tell y'all now, man. I know you messing around, Abdul. But I just don't see us bringing Antonio Brown in. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not ruling it out because I love what we did with our receiving core. Because think about it, even bringing Antonio Brown in, say you do get rid of Jakeem Grant and Albert Wilson. Look at the receiving core you still have. Antonio Brown, Kenny Stills, and say Devontae Parker just gets cut. Bryce Butler, Amendola. Guys, that's still four good receivers. You got Antonio Brown and Kenny Stills. That's enough said. But then you got the old wily veteran in Amendola. And then you got a big body in Bryce Butler. You can't say, yeah, but we lose speed. How do you? You got Antonio Brown and Kenny Stills. Don't get it twisted. Don't just look at Albert Wilson and Jakeem Grant shifty talent. They can't get off the line of scrimmage on bump and run, y'all. That's deadly in the NFL. As soon as you make it to the playoffs, the defensive coordinators on the other team going to be like, these stupid teams all season never bumped and run them. Now all of a sudden, how can our receivers just do nothing? No, man, my bad. Let me back up. We're not going to blame it on the receivers. Oh, my gosh. Kyler Murray or Tannehill, I don't care which one it is. They couldn't even do nothing. They wouldn't throw to the receivers or nothing. They suck, especially for Tannehill. He sucks, man. He never threw the ball. Guys, your receivers was all on the ground, falling down. Couldn't even run their route because they got jammed at the line and couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle that nickel putting their hands on them. That free safety coming down and putting their hands on them. That outside linebacker hitting them. They couldn't handle it. Like, go watch the film this year, y'all. Go watch the Patriots game in the fourth game. Just put it like that. Go watch that. You'll get all your answers. The fourth game of the season with the Patriots. Everybody talking about Tannehill. Gosh, go watch that game. Hut. Them boys was going on their routes. Them defensive backs and linebackers was bam. Man, you seen Grant and Wilson hitting the ground, like fighting to get up off the ground to finish their route. They get off the ground. Tannehill was already on the ground. And we wonder why he never threw the ball in some cases. Forget Tannehill. I'm saying even Murray next year. Them guys can't get off on the line. So if we do get rid of if we do get an AB, look for two of those guys to be gone, y'all. Look for two of them to be gone. And maybe they may release Amendola. They might release Amendola. Because they feel like this younger talent is less expensive. See, Flores gonna cut money wherever he can because he might even say, well, we just got to talk to Albert Wilson and tell him get in the weight room. He got to put on a little bit more weight and work harder to be able to move his extra weight just as fast. You know, it's different ways. They just got to make it happen. So we'll see, man. But also, Antonio Brown, the Steelers, it's a trade. They're still looking for draft picks, y'all. They're going to want the best thing you can do, the best thing you can give up is a second rounder for Antonio Brown. They're going to look for a second rounder. Some people say they want a first, but they'll probably get a second rounder. But if they can get the first, they're going to take it. They're going to hope somebody bites for it. First round pick. And it might be one of them later round teams at 20 or something like that. Like, hey, let's go ahead and get him. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots don't trade for him. First round pick. We don't need it. Yeah. You know, we lost another receiver. He got in trouble again. He out the league. He got my first round this year. We appreciate it. It's possible. So we'll see, man. Patriots collapse. Somebody asked, is this the start of their collapse? I have to back up off of that myself. I used to say yes. It's no longer the start of their collapse, y'all. It's no longer the start of the Patriots collapse, because if their organization is what I really think it is at this point, they will always be competitive. The best case scenario, even with Brady gone, y'all can disagree, but even with Brady gone, because their coaching style and how they develop players, they should always be in it. Guys, they won several games this year where Brady was a non-factor. Think about it. Brady didn't score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Brady also didn't score a touchdown that night where they were on primetime TV against, I don't know, was it Buffalo or the Jets? And Brady didn't score that game either. It's not always about that. And people got to understand that. You got to build your team. If your quarterback ain't going to be your strength, then what area of the team is going to be the strength? Maybe it's the running game. Maybe it's the running game, man. So it was Jets. See, you see what I mean? It's not always QB. Patriots, man, listen. We're going to be going down that coaching path now. Stop looking for players. It's time to start looking for coaches. Great coaches that can turn talent up. So people can be like, oh, they ain't got no shot. They ain't used to be. Don't we write the Patriots off every year? Tell me a year where we ain't writing them off. Every year. That's what you call coaching, y'all. Because if people can pridefully write the Patriots off, and then we always got a good reason of why we write them off. Let's be honest. Why do we write them off? They team don't even look explosive this year. They not this and that. Or they defense ain't playing well. They offense ain't the same. Every year is something different. They got a problem. And we write them off. But what we always underestimate, coaching. Coaching. They're going to always have a game plan that put their team in the best position possible. And if they lose that week, they don't like it. But they study up on why and what they could have did better. People are jealous of the Patriots. It's so true. I used to be too. I was mad jealous. Like, you know what I mean? But at some point, you got to get over that jealousy and say, can I do what they doing better than them? Only dumb people will deny a benefit just because it's from somebody you don't like. Yeah, I hate Tom Brady, but I respect him. He got the highest respect. Highest respect. People will deny something that will help them just because they don't like who's giving it to them. For the life of me, I don't understand it. I do not understand it. It's the most backwards thing I could ever. It's pride, y'all. It's too pride. People are too prideful. It's pride. Pride is pride is a negative. You know how people always say pride is positive, but it could also be negative as hell. When your pride doesn't allow you to do something that will help you just because you don't like the person or persons that's helping. It's ridiculous. Somebody can be doing something right for your family, but since it's that person that you don't like, I don't want them to do it. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. For the life of me, it's crazy to me. Ridiculous, man. But that's the world we live in today's society, man. It is the world we live in. But Pats collapse? No, because ain't no aspect of the coaching suffering. None of it, all right? When they lose all their coaches and Belichick gone, then we can have a conversation of are they going to be able to keep it going? Then we'll have that conversation, man. All right. 13 pick. Who should we pick at 13? We got no idea because we don't know. Like I can say who we should pick at 13. I may have a linebacker or a offensive lineman or a defensive lineman in mind. And I even got players that I would trade my first pick to bring in on the O line or the, you know what I mean? So I don't know who we should bring in at 13. The reason why is if we cut Tannehill, all of that changes on who we should bring in at 13. If we keep Tannehill, all that changes. If we cut this player and get that one in free agency, that changes. We don't know. We won't know these answers until the things start happening. As soon as they start cutting players. Dolphins release this. Dolphins release that. This team releases this player. This team releases that player. Once that happens, and it's not far off, once it happens, here we go. They on the CFL players right now. The deadline is either here or coming up real soon. On the last days, they can offer CFL players contracts. So 13 pick, man. I can sit here and guess with you. I'll act like y'all, Kyler Murray. I'll just say something, you know? That's what it is. We just throwing a name out there. We don't even know if we're going to pick 13. How about that? GD, we got the 13th pick. You're missing what I'm saying. We don't know what's going to happen. We might not even have a first-round pick after what they do in the offseason. Who knows? We might have 2 first-round picks based off of what they do in the offseason. Who knows? This NFL is crazy, man. Hell, the Patriots can give us their 32nd pick and their next year first pick and trade to our 13th pick and get Kyler Murray. You'll be shocked. Who knows? You don't know what'll happen. No idea, man. What's the next one? Hold on, y'all. I'll respond to this real quick. All right, what's next? Bucks released Vinny Curry. Yes, the Bucks have released Vinny Curry. Somebody asked me, do I think he should come to the Dolphins? And for those of you who don't know who Vinny Curry is, he is a defensive end. Okay. He shouldn't come to Miami. He shouldn't come to Miami. Let me tell you why. First of all, he's 30 years old. We're in the mode looking out for the future at this point. Now, if he wants to come to Miami as added depth, possible. But he's 30 years old, and we're looking into the future at this point, man. Excuse me. He does 1 year with the Bucks on top of that. I just don't see that happening. I don't know why we would even want it to happen. And then it's a case of how much is somebody like that even going to cost you to be a backup? Because I don't know why you're bringing in 30-year-old starters today. Don't know why. Next one, my thoughts on the coaching staff, y'all. Listen, I'm excited. See, Flores has to bring in people he know and his guys because he's under a tutelage. That's why I'm telling y'all, he's bringing the whole entire same system. He's bringing the same system. He is under a tutelage of Bill Belichick, and they know the process. They know what they're doing. They know what they're looking for. They know not to get excited about names. They know how to take a player from here to there, and if they're not getting there, it may just be the player. I'm excited about this coaching staff, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, all of that. Jim Caldwell, though, I have reservation. I like it just as another guy there, and he's going to be the quarterback coach and the assistant head coach. Just say he's the quarterback coach. Just his tenure will give him more. He's an assistant coach, but when have you known an assistant coach having any say? That's just the title. If something happened to the head coach, the assistant coach will step in. We got a face and a name. Okay, that's good. Jim Caldwell. But because I mean, he ain't had great success, y'all. You know, he hadn't had the best success. So I love the coaching staff, though. I'm excited, y'all. Trust me, we heading in the right direction. I promise you that. I promise you we are. Chad O'Shea, wide receiver guru. It is what it is. Ain't nothing to say about that. Ain't nothing to say about that. Tristan Royal said Flores is another Gase. See, Tristan Royal making comments without anything to back that up. Not a thing. Not a thing. Not a thing to back that up. Now, I'll tell you what. Here's what I will be upset about with Flores. I will be upset, y'all, if Flores, you know what, I'm going to give him the first year. But this is something for y'all to look out for. If Flores is calling the defensive play calls more than 1 year, I will be upset. Because his job is to coach his coaches. His defensive coordinator need to be calling those plays, and he should be keeping an eye on it. Now, if he think his defensive coordinator ain't ready to call it from a developmental standpoint, then I'm all good for Flores stepping in and during the game calling the defensive plays. But after 1 year, I don't want to see him behind those reins. I want to see him doing exactly what Belichick is doing because that's what the system calls for. He sits in the middle of them with a thing in his face, with his headset on, hearing everything being called by everybody. So if there's anything he needs to question, he'll make sure he go question it. If there's anything that he disagrees with and it's a crucial moment, he'll go correct it. I don't want to see him doing what Andy Reid does. Because then you're not a head coach. Andy Reid is an offensive coordinator with a head coach title. And if Flores is calling defensive play calls, not this year, but after that, excuse me, I don't like it. That's it. Coach the coaches. That's what your job is. Coach the coaches, man. He seems too arrogant. Who seems too arrogant? Please don't say Flores. You talking about Flores? I'm not sure about that. He don't seem too arrogant. Say yes. Nah, see, and that's another thing. We got to make sure we don't mistake arrogance with confidence. And the fact that he can back it up because he puts the work in coaching to get the results. That's the difference, y'all. Just imagine it. You in that building at 5 a.m. every morning, even with them players that's coming in early. You coaching them while they in their personal workouts. Even if you leaving them alone and you walking by, hey, I like how you putting in work on this. You might want to try this too. It'll give you a bird. It'll help you with that. And just move on. All kind of little stuff. Coaching. All day, every day. Putting in the work. Got action plans for his players. This is what we want to improve with you. Here's how we're going to do it. Here's the check-in point. You know? I'm telling you, man. But just imagine, you feel like you putting the work in, right? It's been money on the field for several years. And you know your coaching is having an impact. And it's proven. If I continue coaching the way that I'm doing, because I know how to and how to get to players, and I'm a great leader, I know how to enlist the aid of others to accomplish a common task. If I can keep doing that, we're going to always be successful. And then after 5 years, I've been doing it, we still successful. 10 years, I've been doing it, and we still successful. And then at some point, he comes out a little. Here's what I've been doing. And he sounds cocky. And people are going to mistake it as arrogance when it's just confidence. Because what he's been doing, he's tested it, and it's proven. It's proven. Change the culture. A culture of everybody, do your job. You're right, Sarah. Do your job. Because I got to do mine as a coach, but you got to do yours. It's the type of person that comes into a locker room with DBs and say, listen to me. You're going to do what I ask you to do because I'm going to do my job. The reason why is because if you do my job, we gonna win. If you do what I tell you to do and we don't win, then they know it's not you, it's my fault. But I can own that because I know what I'm gonna do win. And that's how players buy in. Hey, we doing what he told us to do and we winning. Ain't no need for me to step out this shell. Ain't no need for me to jump out of this and just think about it being all me. Let me keep winning. He's proven. He's proven. Period, man. That's what he gonna bring, y'all. But that's what I think about it, man. That's what I think about the coaching staff and O'Shea and all those guys, man. Last one, King and Drake, man. I'll make that quick. King and Drake might not even be on the roster next year, y'all. He may not, but we shall see, man. I'll talk more about that later because I do need to handle some business real quick. But thank y'all for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, man. I got to take care of some business. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in today. But I'm out, y'all. Peace.